Vice President Mike Pence celebrates in the White House Israel's Independence Day. He invited Jewish brothers and citizens, friends to the White House. You got to check this out. This is so exciting to see what's taking place in the White House. Vice President Pence is welcoming our Jewish friends in America and around the world in the White House and celebrating Israel's Independence Day in the White House. And the independence, of course, is in 1948 when Harry Truman, signed the papers backing Israel becoming a nation. Can a nation be born in today? Well, it really was. So that's 69 years ago. And it is so encouraging to see all of these yarmulkes in the White House, where you're seeing them take the pictures and these Jewish brothers there and sisters in the White House. And it's just so, as a matter of fact, we're going to have to go to break. When we get back from the break, I'm going to take you right to the White House with Vice President Pence welcoming them for the Independence Day. Welcome their Jewish friends and brothers. Join us after the break. This is Vice President Mike Pence celebrating the Israel's Independence Day by bringing in our Jewish citizens and friends from around the country and I believe around the nation, around the world. It's just so exciting to be able to see that. As a matter of fact, let's go join Vice President Mike Pence now in the White House.
Well, thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Thank you all for being here. And on behalf of the First Family, welcome to the White House. I bring greetings from the President of the United States of America, President Donald Trump. And on behalf of President Trump, just a few minutes ago, I had the distinct honor to wish a happy Independence Day to Prime Minister Netanyahu over the phone as we celebrate the 69th anniversary of the independence of America's most cherished ally, the Jewish state of Israel. I want to thank all the distinguished guests who are here and members of Congress who've made time to come to the White House this afternoon. And people representing a broad spectrum of Americans who all cherish the relationship that the American people have enjoyed throughout these 69 years with the people of Israel. It's humbling to be here with you on this remarkable and even a hallowed day. The Secretary Stephen Mnuchin to Ambassador David Friedman. To Senator Orrin Hatch, who has been a great, great champion for Israel all these many years in the United States Senate. Distinguished members of Congress, including Congressman Peter King, who's with us today. The Republicans and Democrats who are gathered here, honored guests, my fellow friends of Israel, thank you. On behalf of the President of the United States, just thank you for being here today at the White House to celebrate this day, the anniversary of a moment that will be remembered for eternity. You're all here, all of you, regardless of your home, your creed, because on this day, the 5th day in the month of Iyar, in the Hebrew calendar in 1948, nothing short of a miracle occurred. On that day, in the ancient and eternal homeland of the Jewish people, the state of Israel was reborn in our time. On that day, the Jewish people's 2,000-year exile, the longest exile of any people anywhere, ended. And on that day, a prophecy literally came to pass. And I believe in my heart that God himself fulfilled his promise to his people. The Lord God tells us in the old book, "Behold, I will cause breath to enter into, and ye shall live." And Israel lives today. Today and every day, the state of Israel and her people bear witness to God's faithfulness as well as their own. How unlikely was Israel's birth how much more unlikely has been her survival, and how confounding against all odds, both past and present, has been her thriving. Since the moment of their independence, the Israeli people have awed the world with their strength of will and their strength of character. They've turned the desert into a garden, scarcity into plenty, and the people of Israel have turned hope into a future of security and prosperity. And at all times, in war and in peace, the people of Israel, the Jewish people, have held their heads high. Every day, Israel takes the curses and slanders of too much of the world and turns them into blessings. The dignity of the people of Israel rebukes all who condemn them, not for what they do wrong, but they condemn them for what they do right. And under President Donald Trump, let me assure you of this: if the world knows nothing else, the world will know this: America stands with Israel. President Trump stands with Israel for the same reason that every freedom-loving American stands with Israel, because her cause is our cause. Her values are our values, and her fight is our fight. And President Donald Trump is a lifelong friend and supporter of the state of Israel and its people. You know, I've seen firsthand the president's deep affection for Israel and all who cherish her, and so has the world. Just last week, President Trump stood with Holocaust survivors during the National Days of Remembrance, and he declared, quote, "I will always stand with the Jewish people, and I will always stand with our great friend and partner, the State of Israel." For my part, my Christian faith compels me to cherish Israel, as well as our deep alliance and historical ties. The songs of the land of the people of Israel were the anthems of my youth when I was growing up. You know, my wife and I had the privilege of visiting Israel in 2004 and 2008, and we fulfilled a lifelong dream to bring all of our children to the Holy Land in December of 2014. It was a joy inexpressible. So let me say with confidence to all who are gathered here, President Trump stands without apology for Israel, and he always will. Just look at the actions our president has taken since he took office. The president named David Friedman to represent the United States of America in Israel. The president named Governor Nikki Haley to be America's ambassador to the United Nations. And the president of the United States, as we speak, is giving serious consideration to moving the American embassy in Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
This is so exciting to see all the yarmulkes in the White House, because the previous administration, it was the bipolar opposite of that.
Yeah.
You know, they were having, what was the dinners? The Ishtar dinner?
No.
Ishtar dinner?
Ishtar, I think.
Ishtar dinners, and, you know, Islam, and having, you know, celebrating.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot of that. Even the Muslim Brotherhood was reportedly coming in, part of that. Just kind of celebrating Islam instead of celebrating Judaism or Christianity.
It's a new day. It's a new day and a new season.
I heard that there wasn't even the declaration for a National Day of Prayer. Was it even made during that?
That's what I heard. I heard that from Greg Larry, Pastor Greg Larry, mentioned that in the previous administration, that President Obama did not commemorate the National Day of Prayer,
which is actually in the law, and
that he's required to do.
Yeah, to say a day of prayer and seeking the Lord and coming together, even as an individual. But that's happening now.
Oh yes,
this is definitely an awesome month that's taking place, the month of May.
Not only that, but Greg continues to say that there's other ministers and pastors who are going to have a meeting with President Trump, and
we're going to have him on our next program. So I encourage, if you have not, make sure you join us in our next program, because we're going to have Greg Lowry on. He's speaking specifically about North Korea and how this fits into end time prophecy and how things could just shift suddenly. And so make sure you join that. And if it's Greg Lowry talking about it, you
better be concerned, yeah.
He doesn't talk about these things, to the best of my knowledge. Thank you for watching VFN TV. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. You know, a lot of people want to abide with the Lord, but they just don't have a plan to do it. You can request that plan today at iabide.org. Don't forget you can join us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Download our app and sign up for our newsletter, The Torch, at vfntv.com.